up and think.
Disappear. One day it's like a miracle, it will disappear. It's like the miracle.
Magic only truly exists in one place, the human mind. None of this stuff is real, and none of it is.
Life will never be the same.
Just believe me. You have a midnight sun in Antarctica.
Dude, that guy is definitely dying his dreads, right? Like,
Oh yeah, Al Jordan.
that guy's like, yeah, what is he? 65, right? Like at least, right?
He's like
No,
2
okay,
years older than
60.
me. He's like close to
No,
60.
he's got to be 60. No, he's.
I don't think he is.
I think we might have talked about this before.
I think Al was around 58, 59, around there. I'm turning
No.
56 this year, dude.
Yeah, that's not that old. I mean, I feel like he was old like in the early '90s. You know what I mean? Like he was already kind of old.
with his first pop album they put out. Remember that thing? Every day is
I'm just saying.
Halloween.
I just feel like because they've been around since the early '90s or early '80s, right? Or mid '80s.
Like 88, 87, around there.
Yeah, maybe something like whatever. So, dude, listen, I got to tell you something that happened. So the other night I was on the show with you 2 nights ago, and like I started feeling a little bit weird, and I got off the call, and my wife came out. She's like, "I'm dizzy," and I was like, "Okay," and she started flipping out, and I'm like, "Okay, well." I didn't know what was going on, and then my son was freaking feeling weird all night long too, and then so the next day she figured out that she felt like she was dying, dude, for real.
Oh, nice.
Okay. It was like crazy.
I
Like
watched the
all
Green
night
Mile earlier tonight. It just reminded me of it. Go ahead.
all night long she was like freaking out. She was all numb and shit, right? So then she gets up in the morning and then she realizes she put a bunch of freaking gummies that I made because like okay, so like I made gummies in the same kind of like little
Yeah, I got you.
like in the same thing that she made butter, and she thought the gummies were butter,
Oh,
and she put like 10 of them in the food that we ate for dinner. And so she freaking was tripping, dude, off of some gummies, dude. Yeah, dude. And like she was about to like say, "Take me to the hospital," because she was going crazy.
I got you. You brought her
Can
down.
you believe that, dude? I'm like, and dude, the best part is though, dude. The only good part is the fact that they weren't even strong gummies, dude. Like I was like kind of disappointed in how they were weak. So imagine if they were like super strong, dude. She would have been flipped.
Oh, yeah. I've been
She
there.
would have been. I mean, yeah, a lot of people have been there, but like she didn't. We didn't realize what was happening. That was the scary part, you know. It was, dude, it was freaking scary. Dude. She still kind of feels it, like 2 days
It
later.
took a while, didn't it, to figure it out? Like, why is she feeling this way? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I had no idea because I wasn't there when she cooked dinner. You know, I mean, obviously I would have figured it out,
Yeah.
but I came home late and then I ate it, and I even started feeling a little. You know, I just felt like I was already a little bit stoned anyway. You know, like it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But for her, it was like a big deal because she doesn't smoke or,
Yeah,
take gummies ever.
She has no tolerance at all. So it's like, boom.
Yeah, so she freaking drugged herself and her whole family on accident.
That's fun. Yeah.
Man,
what do
it
you-
was
what-
crazy.
Did you answer the poll, Scott?
Dude, I don't answer polls.
Oh, come on.
It's so stupid.
Am I gonna
First
see
of all,
TFT in my lifetime? Come on.
It said the TFE, the final. You said
yeah.
the.
Yeah, I know. I forgot about
And-
that part.
And what is there? Never going to be a final experiment. That doesn't
It
even
was
make
an
any
experiment.
sense.
Was that an experiment?
Stupid Duffy. I mean, I guess you could say an observation is part of an experiment. Yes.
Yeah, the first part, but you got to form a hypothesis after the observation. Then you
Yeah,
have to
it
test
wasn't
the
an
hypothesis with an IV and a DV to find. You got to create
Yes.
a null.
Yeah, he didn't do an experiment, so
No,
he
they-
should have never named it that at all.
Yeah, I know, but they call it science, don't they, Scott? Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
Were you talking about the documentary?
Yeah,
sounds
yeah,
like
the
you're talking
final
about-
experiment.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Scott's muting in and out.
No, you mean the documentary? You mean just the thing they did, the vacation?
The vacation.
It was
they
a
took in Antarctica
vacation experiment
on Fantasy Island. Yes, the head cake eater himself.
on Fantasy Island,
Yeah. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Scamartica.
I should go. I want to do Flatiron Fred. That's what I wanted to look at again. You watch this stuff right after TFB? Anybody?
Wait, well, what is Flatiron Fred?
Flatiron Fred, dude. He actually
Never heard of
him either.
Dave McKeegan's SD cards and analyzed all of his videos and stuff. Not videos, but his pictures from his time lapse. Found a lot of anomalies in there that shouldn't be there. There's some of the photos that didn't even have pictures of the sun in it. Where did it go in that 24 hours? Did it just dip out of the sky?
Oh, so really quick, I was going to say something about this whole Carl and his stationary
Stars.
stars. So the thing is, when you see star trails, like time lapses.
Yeah.
Typically, what you're seeing are the closer, I guess, what do you want to call closer or brighter stars, and you don't even notice the ones that are in the background
Well, they
that
didn't
are
move
dimmer
from what I saw.
that don't move. But there's a lot. Yeah, but there are stars that don't move as
Well,
they
Fast.
might move slowly. That's why
Yeah.
they call them.
Yeah, I know that.
They
I got
say
that.
they're like. They say those are like way more light years away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's their excuse. I know. I
I
get
want
it.
to
But
say something.
go ahead.
I don't believe what he's showing is reality at all. Like, because if you go out there right now, the Big Dipper is where it's supposed to be. Like, it's the stars, the fixed stars are always rotating. That they don't stay still. Like he's saying, like the
I don't
Big
think he's
Dipper
making
stayed
it up
still in
though.
the sky.
No.
And then what happened? 50 minutes later, they just snapped right back where they're supposed to be again. So now they're in the right spot. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't
No,
match reality, and something was
What
going
I'm
on with
gonna
the
I'm gonna
software.
throw at you right quick though.
I think it
that
was a real thing. I don't think, dude. I don't think
I
Carl
don't, I
is
don't,
fake it.
man.
faking
I
anything.
don't
He's
think
not doing
he's-
anything fakery.
He also says the moon's a rock in the sky, which I mean, you can't have that.
Well, that's
if
his opinion,
you're on a
and
plane,
I don't
right?
agree with him on that at
But-
all. Yeah, I think
but
what
no,
you're
man.
seeing, like the
It's-
surface of it,
it's-
is like a battery. It's like you ever
You
seen an
know-
alkaline battery?
it just don't make no sense, and I'm not buying it, and I'm not gonna. I don't want.
Well, there's no. I can't
I'm
get up
not
there and
doing
prove
that,
any of
man.
this. Neither can you.
Just because he's the only one in existence that's ever shown anything like that, and he took it on his camera, that I'm supposed to believe something like this.
No. It's
We're
not like that.
No, we're
It-
analyzing what we're seeing. No doubt
What he
about it.
was just trying to say is like, look how we're not obviously spinning, because if we were, then every star would be moving around.
In the same.
That's kind of what he was trying to say, and I know he was trying to make it seem like it was like once in a lifetime. It's not. It's obviously not. It was just the exposure was high. It was high exposure on those background stars, and that's why they looked like they were looking the way they looked. That's all. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
there's another anomaly with star trails within their model. You would have a small north to south star trail due to the motion of the Earth too.
Yeah, you would have crisscrossing, dude.
Yeah.
No matter what, you would, if we were spinning around in a freaking,
Yeah.
in the universe, like they say,
through the universe.
there would be X's and all that kind of stuff, like all in the star trails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was showing literally stars on his video that didn't move, where the other ones had trails, and then they had those few dots, like the Big Dipper, that the dots didn't move. They just were just said. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's impossible.
No, I think there are some that are
rotate every day around the
but
sky.
some of them move like way slower.
or faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Well,
like,
yeah, but
the
not
Dipper
not
moves-
moving at all.
The,
for
the
50
Dipper moves
minutes.
slower than at that exposure. That's why you get star trails on the faster ones. So they're on a different set, like a platform, you might say, and that's how they can tell the solstices too, because of the Big Dipper itself. So I think it moves slower within the year than the rest of the stars.
No, it's no, because then it would be out of position to everything else. All the other constellations, the sky moves, it's rotating around every day, and it's 1 degree faster every day, so that by 1 year time, it's like I made a whole year.
Okay. Well, here's a good
Because
idea.
every month you have a different constellation at sunrise, right?
Well, we follow each
Okay, 'cause
constellation
it's-
throughout a year. and
it's-
time them
it's-
with the rest of the stars, like the Milky Way and all the rest of the stars that aren't in constellations, and see if they're moving at the same speed. I'm not saying they're not moving. I'm saying they may be moving different rates.
Yeah, they do move in different rates. Some of them do. Yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're talking about the stars closer to the North Pole are spinning at a different speed than the stars way out past the equator,
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
right? That's what you're saying.
No, like, yeah, in general, and there's what I've heard.
Yeah,
There's like
I
certain
understand.
No,
places-
even in the same reference frame, there are
Yeah.
some stars that move slower in the same reference frame,
Yeah,
like the
I've actually seen that.
north and south.
There are a
Yeah.
few
I
oddities out
understand
there.
that, but to say that there's like these certain stars for 50 minutes that didn't move at all in the sky, they stayed exactly still in position for 50 minutes while all the other stars moved for a whole hour. That right there, I'm not buying at all.
So what do you think happened in this video then? Like, what do you think he was looking
He's
at?
got a camera and he's using software. That's all I'm saying. He need that.
So that it was giving him false
You can talk to
readings.
Carl
You're saying,
about it.
right?
You can ask him. That's the best way to
Go
go right to the horse's
I'm
mouth.
not going to talk about it because it's
Well,
not worth
I'm
my
not- I'm
time,
not saying
and
it's
I
for
don't
a
want to
fight,
get. You're right, exactly.
I thought you
I'm not
lived near
gonna
him
get a
too, don't you?
quarrel over
You
it.
guys both?
It's
No, don't
pointless.
quarrel. But like you
No.
guys live in Tennessee, right? In the same area, right? East
Yeah,
Tennessee. Yeah.
yeah,
You're not
Knoxville.
far from him.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not quarreling over it.
Flat
I already
Iron
said-
Fred.
The fixed stars are
There it is.
they move. They're not. Yeah, that's just absurd. And that's where my point of view is, and whatever happened with this camera, that's on his camera. That ain't.
Well,
'cause
it's
I go
only
outside. I
50
look at the stars every night.
50 minutes is not that long though. Too.
No.
You know,
No.
Yeah,
it's not
sure.
like a whole day.
If
If it was a whole day.
Sorry, guys.
If it was a whole day, it would be crazy.
Yeah. Now this is.
Or I'm
Flatiron
sorry,
Fred.
12
Have you
hours.
ever,
I meant.
have you ever
I
seen
didn't mean the whole
Flatiron
day.
Fred? Have you seen Flatiron Fred stuff, Scott?
I already said no. We both.
You haven't
Yeah,
seen
we
them?
don't.
Okay.
No, never heard of
There's
them.
two of these. Yeah. Oh, he tore TFE a new asshole when it came out. It's a good one. I liked it. You want to take a look at it? I think it's interesting. I'm still calling Duffy out. He needs to bring his 90-minute doc. He said he has a 90-minute documentary laying around somewhere that he doesn't want to present. So I ain't buying it.
We're just gonna be waiting forever.
Yeah, that's right.
TikTok.
So after the 50 minutes were up, that the Big Dipper didn't move, then all of a sudden it was like snap, and then now they're back where they're supposed to be again. That's where I'm coming at.
I don't know if that was what he presented in the video though. Well, you can look at it again.
Maybe we're looking at it two different points of views. Maybe that's why. That's probably why. Because you're probably looking at it different than I am. Or
We need more
what?
footage.
Yeah, we
More
need
footage.
More roll that beautiful bean footage. All right, ready for Flatiron Fred? He's a beautiful guy. He doesn't talk in his videos though. He just presents evidence. It's pretty good. So he took apart Dave McKeegan. Turn it down a little. We don't need to mute it.
And apart from a slight oversight on my part that I'd left the EQ mount speed set to track the stars rather than the sun, so it wasn't tracking properly to begin with. But once that was rectified, I was happy that getting an alignment in Antarctica would be manageable with enough trial and error.
And now you get that right off the get-go. I forgot. I had it set on stars.
Trial and error.
Yeah. They're going down to do the final experiment. This shows you how haphazard and how much bullshit this was. There's more to go with it, even with his SD cards too. They're like out of sync, out of order. Remember Duffy called out for a worldwide photograph of the sun from wherever you are, and he had a whole bunch of people send digital pictures of the sun from wherever they were with filters on it. Yeah, go ahead.
Dude, do you know that people say that equatorial mounts like prove the Earth is a globe? No, it doesn't at all. It actually disproves it.
Yeah, you gotta level it to start with. You gotta get an elevation.
Yeah, it's a whole different. Yeah, the way it works is on a flat
plane.
Surface. The surface has to be flat. Yeah.
Pretty amazing. And I know these people don't think, I guess, before they speak. Some of them.
And sure enough, it took about an hour of fine-tuning, but I eventually got to a point where left to right was holding perfectly. There was still a slight vertical drift though, but I didn't want to push my luck too much and risk making things worse. So I decided I'd just leave it as it was and I'd keep an eye on it. Hence, I couldn't get any sleep. Now, whilst I was going through the EQ mount alignment, I was taking occasional photos. Once I was happy that the alignment was pretty much spot on, I then set the camera into intervalometer shooting, where it would take one photo every 60
So Roger, really quick.
Yeah.
This one don't want to talk over him, but I do remember that Jaron, the head cake eater, he said that this guy, whatever his name is again, what's his name?
McKeegan. Yeah.
Yeah, McKeegan. Yeah, McKeegan. Like never, he didn't sleep at all. Like for the first, I think it was like 48 hours or whatever. So you have to remember that part too. The guy
Right.
didn't sleep.
He didn't know what
So-
he's like bumbling it.
Yeah, like I thought he was like a professional, like, so maybe.
I'm
The
not gonna ad hom him, but he has certain things about him that I can't talk about live, or he'll probably sue me. But he's not exactly an upright character. Let's put it that way.
Okay, yeah, I'm just saying, like, as far as being a professional photographer is what I'm saying. That's he was doing that before Flat Earth thing.
Yeah.
Like, he fell into the Flat Earth, and then he started making anti-Flat Earth videos, and then getting lots of views.
Mhm.
And so he was a photographer kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
So everyone was like, "Oh man, this guy's gonna do a good job," but homeboy didn't freaking sleep because he was cold and freaking whatever, and probably had some mistakes. I'm sure, that's all.
Well,
I'm
he
saying.
did, but McToon made some software for him at the airport on their way back, so he could put it all together. Like he made a video software program so he could composite all his shots, and I'm pretty sure they had extra shots laying around that they could fill in the gaps with, like during
Yeah,
the sunset.
It's just like, think about this, right? So he's the most professional person in this whole group, and he's still messed up. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah,
it was like mumbling and bumbling retards the whole time. Like,
yeah. Nobody did anything that they were asked to do, even on both sides of the.
yeah, nobody did a decent job of any experimental situation at all, except for what did they? I mean, I don't even know what they did with the whole weights and stuff. Who did that stuff? The other guy.
That was a Critical Think from Australia.
Critical, yeah, that retard. Like, it was just a bunch of like, oh man, it's funny. I mean, I can't believe we're still talking about this, but what is it? A year and 3 months later? Year and 4 months?
Made an announcement. Well, like 2 months ago, they're going to put out a 4-part docu-series. So
Yeah, well,
we're waiting for the.
I guess we'll wait until we see that nonsense.
Have you seen the trailer for it? Right? Yeah,
Yeah, I saw. I mean,
it was a joke. All right, let's get back to more of the Bumble. See, they delayed it. You reading the titles? They didn't release any of it.
It's going a little fast, but
I can slow it down anyway.
yeah, I can't read that fast or that small.
Just read read the underline.
I know, I can see it.
He'll slow it down when you want to read.
Whilst we were all in Santiago Airport waiting to fly back home, MC Toon kindly took some time to put together a little program script for me that automatically centered and cropped all of the photos to give the time lapse that you see here. And he was also able to get it to display the time and date information from each of the file's EXIF data and display it on the screen so that you can see the
Roger.
GMT.
Yeah,
who made this software?
McToon.
McToon is a software developer to use AI. Like
No, actually, he really is a software developer. That's what he started doing before he got involved in this stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he's got some kind of something on over his head. He did something. I'm not going to say exactly, but it's been released to certain people. So yeah, I think he's beholden to somebody in particular.
I get a lot of it's called something 44 on YouTube ads all the time. Do you get it? It's like a AI. It'll build you an app.
Oh yeah, I get advertisements for it all the time. They'll try to, like, when I go to YouTube or go Google something, it'll pull up a program.
Base 44. It's called Base 44. I get this ad all the time on YouTube, and AI will build you like an app or whatever. Yeah. Anyway.
Go figure. I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
All right. Okay.
I
didn't know
get
that
like I get
about
Gemini, and there's like 2 other ones that keep pop, like ProTech, AI.
I'm so glad. I'm glad I don't get these commercials that you guys get. Like, I don't want none of that. It probably knows me. It's like it knows I don't want those kind of things.
Yeah, the algorithm knows. Yeah, don't get into
That's
that.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Ain't
saying.
targeting you. Yeah.
I'm kind of giving it props. I'm like, okay, I don't want to see any of that nonsense.
Yeah, I think Dr. Bob's confused about where we stand on the globe versus flat Earth thing. He keeps like, well, the end of flat Earth. Like, no, not the end of flat Earth, not the flat Earth. No.
Oh, you mean the
'Cause he
guy
asked
in
that
the
question.
chat?
Yeah, he's like asking the question, like, what does TFE
Dr.
stand for?
Bob's Nightmare?
Yeah. He's from Sandy. Yeah. I guess he subbed to me now.
Isn't Sandy live? She's live right now, isn't she?
Not right now. Yeah. He's probably on both channels, actually.
It's a Mandela effect.
Oh, no. Yeah, we're on the wrong timeline. Got to find the right one. Quick.
Okay, so what they're doing, obviously, see, the thing is, this guy is way too fast, like Chris just said. So they're trying to what? They're trying to show timestamps of sunspots, right? Which is good.
Yeah, timestamps, but on each one of the 60 seconds, his time lapse is supposed to be throughout the 24-hour cycle. But the thing is that they built software. They did not put any of that together while they were in Antarctica. They should have left it alone and just take the footage like it was. What they did is they doctored it up at the airport on the way back from Punta Serenas. And him and McToon sat in the airport and put together this program so he could, and he had a whole bunch of SD cards with sun footage from all over the world. He could orient it any which way he wanted to. He could paste and crop it in there to fill in the gaps where the sun set. That's the theory. You follow?
Yeah. See, the thing about the sunspots is like you have to have, determining, which not elevation, but angle you're looking at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because you want to see it upside down, obviously, and then see if they change.
Yeah.
If it's if it's a mirrored image.
Well, yeah, I get you. The thing is, I mean, if you got a whole bunch of sun shots from all over the world, from the southern and northern parts of the Earth, you can find enough matching sun photos to fill in the gaps. You get where I'm going with it?
Yeah, that's what you want. Yeah, you want to.
That's what I think. That's what they basically did.
It's all about angles with this scenario.
Yeah, I know. I think Nick Phuket Word did a whole series on this too. He followed the sun and took pictures of it like that. But it just basically did a cartwheel in the sky. It just rolls from north to south as it goes. The sunspots change orientation that way. All from where you are. I hear some of them disappear too. Is that true? Have you heard that? Sunspots.
What?
They reappear. They disappear and reappear.
Well, yeah, I mean,
sunspots.
Yeah. They constantly appear and then disappear and come back. I mean, different parts of the sun. That's how it works.
And I still haven't found the Ring of Fire eclipse yet online. The last one just happened. Have you found it?
Oh, the one in Antarctica.
Yeah,
the one they saw down there. No, I haven't. Nope, haven't seen any of that.
I haven't researched any, but they're claiming sunspots is how you could tell the sun's rotating, right?
Well,
that's what they say.
Stationary on the sun, and the sun's rotating. Where I see it as a spot moving across the sun, they'll say it's like stationary.
Okay,
right?
like it's one spot. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I slowed it down so you guys can read it. He's got a lot more to put out here.
Time that the images were taken. However, Toon didn't actually give me the program, so I didn't render the time lapse straight onto my computer. He had it on his computer.
You get it?
So I just copied all of the image files off of the memory card onto an external hard drive and then I gave him the drive that he attached to his computer to make the time lapse, and then gave it back to me.
Here we go. You can read it now. That's a lot of photos, man. 1,410. And he probably had more composite photos of the
Yeah,
sun.
well, your phone, or not your phone, but your camera can take, hundreds of photos in a few seconds, even.
So he gave Toon the pictures. Toon put them on his thing, made the
And then
time
put it
lapse
together.
in his program, and back to McKeegan.
And he can use that on his own because Duffy did a time lapse too. And all you got to do is they just have to mimic the sky for what it's worth. It would have been a lot easier if they just did a live stream, ladies and gentlemen.
Forgot to upload all the photographs.
Right. Or live video. The thing is, live video is hard when you're zooming in.
I know,
You
but
know,
once
zooming
you're
in.
zoomed in on the sun though, and you're tracking it, you should be able to just live stream that the whole time. They do it with eclipses, supposedly.
Yeah, live streaming a high zoom camera doesn't work very well.
They should have brought something. They could have. Candace, you let me down.
Yeah, you would think that AI would, since AI is so prevalent these days, you would just use something like that just to whip
But
something
the
up.
last
rather than
shots of the
manually.
time lapse were recorded at just after 6
What
p.m.
happened to his face?
This is where I realized
Maybe-
about the missing photos.
Playing regular speed, at least
The
talking.
original file
It's
of
weird.
the last
No.
shot in the time lapse
Funny.
is file named DSC09999. And on Sony cameras that I use, once you reach the file number 9999, it reverts back to 0001, but it starts it in a new folder on the memory card as a protection, because if the first folder already has a photo 0001, then the camera would overwrite it. So when I sent the photos to Toon, I just copied the first folder from the memory card and forgot about the second. When I checked the second folder on the memory card, sure enough, there were another 225 photos on there. Now, I remember whilst I was live streaming, I went to check the camera and immediately realized it was no longer pointing at the sun.
I can't see. Never mind. Why?
I think the tracker battery might have died, but thankfully I think we pretty much hit 24
Yeah, you
hours.
hit 20.
And when I checked the time lapse back afterwards, I noticed that the mount had begun turning in the other direction. Incidentally, this is actually a safety feature which was mentioned in the
Oops. Any thoughts on that? Sun's going east to west, and it starts tracking the other direction, and the sun's out of sight by then. Yeah, poor dog. You're right. So you see this. There's another whole video with other things that Dave McKeegan did too that are really shifty with this whole thing. So none of this stuff is any way valid at all. I think this is why they haven't released TFB, to be honest. Let's check this out. Were you gonna say something, Chris?
Oh no, I just what do they got to make sure? It just like it makes me think of they were talking about at one point releasing a 24-hour moon or something from down there, which it's so easily to mess that up because you got the moon will go from bright white to orange, and then you got just the perspective. You got all kinds of factors where if you don't nail it right when you're trying to fake it the first time and you blow it all, if there's one little crack, it exposes the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I think it's this where they're trying to get every single little detail, and it's almost impossible. Like the sunspots, like you got to have it all correct, and it's difficult, I think.
It's hard to fake it. Yes, very hard.
Yeah.
Anthony Powell's what they lean on. Anthony Powell did a supposed 24-hour moon at Scott Emerson base, and we've looked at it, and there's anomalies in that video too. It's just all you're doing is tracking the moon, and it was an all white moon throughout the whole video. It was the same moon, but I don't think that's what you see. I think because it's a time lapse, they can alter the photos with it. All you got to do is get shots of the sun or the moon at the right angle, and you can orient it with the software like this. What we're saying they're doing here, you can change. It's orientation.
And like I said, like the sunspots is supposed to be showing how the moon or the sun is rotating, or what. You know what I mean? And plus, they're trying to get it in a where they capture it for the 24-hour duration. So it's kind of complicated in a sense, if you think about it, how they're trying to pass it off to us as legit and still keep all the, crossing their T's and dotting all their I's at the same time.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I don't know.
I get what you're saying. They're going to overkill it and make it look bad. So the whole point of the story is no matter what they do, they can't do it. The only way to do it is, I think, live stream the whole thing. Just the sun above the horizon throughout the day. Just track it. Just in a video. They'll do a live video. Do it from Antarctica. And that's what we asked them to do. And Candace Owens' team, Mark and them, said that they would do a live stream. So they set it up on Rumble. And 12 hours into the stream, they lost their feed, supposedly. There's supposedly some kind of update that happened on their side, and they couldn't do the live stream. And they deleted the 12 hours they had already did, so you can't find it on Rumble neither. So that's out of the picture. So now we're relying on these shady characters to give us a full documentary without any fraud. Which I get a feeling that it's definitely fraud, and there's a lot. That's why they're taking so long to release it.
Yeah,
they're trying to get all the fraud out of it. They're trying to kick all the guts out of it. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris. Have you ever seen video of what is it? Hydrogen alpha filter on a telescope?
No.
Of the sun?
No.
Go watch Crow.
Yeah. Yeah. You never seen Crow 777?
No. I've heard of him. He's been around. He's like since the beginning, but I've never followed. I've never subscribed.
Yeah. So there's like a filter thing for a telescope, and you can see the moon. I mean, that's the moon too, but the sun mainly. And you can see how all the sunspots and stuff actually work. And it's freaking crazy. And it does show it. It does show how it does rotate. Like the sun is rotating. Like rotating, like spinning kind of thing.
The hydrogen alpha is like what a whole telescope, though, not just a lens. You can buy you have to buy a telescope. It's a different kind of telescope, correct?
Okay.
Yeah, it's the telescope with the filter. Yeah.
Well, I know Crow 777 is known. Well, I've heard things about him too as being like I don't know how to.
I don't care. Listen. I don't care about the guy. I care about the fact that you can see the sun very, filtered and zoomed in, and how it does move around. I mean, it's moving around and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right,
but you should look into it.
I haven't at all.
Because the thing is, like, I never saw it until a couple of years ago. Like, I just always thought there was sunspots, and like maybe the sunspots were, something, or maybe it was a disc even. But the sun kind of seems like a disc, kind of like the moon. But like then when you start seeing, like, the moon does not. I think it could be a disc, but
should I subscribe to his channel? I guess. Does he?
The best thing to do is go to his radio channel. Don't go on YouTube. Go to
No, it's fine. He's on YouTube again. He's back on YouTube. But like, yeah,
Well, I'll
it's-
subscribe. I just subscribed to him, and I can check him out later.
Yeah,
yeah, you
don't
can
get-
see
you don't
some
get his full program.
pictures and some video.
Oh, I see it.
It's crazy.
Pro777radio.com.
Yeah,
It's right
that's
on
what
his
Yeah, and
information.
him and
so I
Jason
can-
Lindgren do like 2 or 3 hour sets when they do it, and they'll give you advice and stuff. They just hand out like medical advice and stuff like that too. They do more than just
Medical.
they do, man.
I mean, that's not on their YouTube. You can't do that on
On
YouTube.
their radio channel, dude. Yeah. I'm gonna play more. Ready, guys? It gets interesting. There's another whole video too. We're almost done with this.
User manual. It's done to avoid the cables from wrapping around the mount. But what I noticed with these extra photos is that the sun drops almost completely out of frame up to photo 00133, which was taken at 8:30 p.m. local time. Then the sun recenters before drifting back down the frame again, and then in the final few photos it tracks very quickly left across the frame, with the last glimpse of it being seen in photo 00193 that was taken just before 9:30 p.m. local time. This sudden left shift must have been caused where the mount reversed direction. But it confused me because I didn't recall the sun almost dropping out of frame earlier on and then me recentering it. So I went back through Will's.
So now that's the problem with the globe. The sun should not be dropping at all at that longitude. It should stay directly above the sky. Not at noon, but well, I guess it's midnight sun. It should stay at.
You mean like dipping?
Yeah, dipping. Yeah,
Like dipping down or whatever? Yeah. No,
But
it
if
should be uniform. It should be a uniform curvature.
Yeah, uniform curvature. Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it, arc, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, I think Rory did a better job with dissecting the first video that came out. Remember, Hook by Crook? He analyzed the footage but he's a set designer and a cameraman himself. He's
that
professional.
one guy did a good job too. What was that one guy's name? I forget his name. Oh man, what was his name? Like the one that has a weird voice.
Yeah, that's Hook by Crook. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's Rory.
Somebody else.
You sure?
It's not
He's got a
Hook.
South
No,
African accent.
maybe that was one
He
of
had,
them, but
his channel was named something else before when TFE came out. He changed the channel name.
no, I was thinking of something. Oh, I forgot, dude. I'm
His
so bad at
perspective
names.
something. It's like that's the name of his old channel. It's
You know the
Perspective.
one guy that? Okay, so Roger, you know the one guy that does he like shows you how it would look on a globe.
Yeah,
and he
that's what I'm
talks
talking about, dude. That's who I'm talking about.
Did
That's
he change
exactly
his
what-
name or something?
No, I just changed his channel name. His name's Rory. He's a South African.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. Okay, sorry. He changed his channel name, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. But he quit making videos after he exposed this one.
But he shows you like how so if we were spinning and how the camera would be,
yeah.
and then
if we were spinning,
if we were spinning, it wouldn't look the way that it looks when you see these videos. Yeah.
the sky's rotating or the sun's rotating, not the Earth. That's basically what he points out. Yeah, and even the shadows point that out too. He did a shadow video too. Pretty good. This is why I think TFE's not come out, because people exposed it already. But I still get people coming over to Sobs like trying to dispute flat Earth because TFE put us to bed. Will Duffy ended flat Earth. Okay, sure.
360 real-time video, and I noticed that after our last break away from the main camp for dinner, when we got back, myself and Will went over to check the cameras, and we realized immediately the sun was almost out of shot. So I recentered the camera,
All right, so-
and then I
so hit
started to
pause.
get prepared for my
Yeah.
And
upcoming
just
live
so I
stream.
can.
Yeah, logical just said it's changed. It's
Yeah,
thing.
it's you think.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think, Roger.
Yeah, but he did say. I think it was his theme was Hook or by Crook. I think that was what he-
Okay, yeah, because you think makes sense to me. Yeah, that was Yeah. Okay. That's all.
Rory did a good job, though, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing when you think about it, because like it's confusing to think about how we're spinning on a globe, because it doesn't make any sense.
No, it
But
doesn't.
but when he kind of breaks it down, it's like, oh wait, it'll look totally different, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
The last one he did, the shadows on the shed would have changed during the day. During 24-hour footage, there's the front shadow across the shed that stays there the entire time in the time lapse. Like, if the sun was, if we were spinning, the shadow would leave the front of it and go to the back or to the side, depending on, you follow what I'm saying. It don't work. They didn't think of everything. That's the problem.
Oh, here in fact is the complete time-lapse. The shots at halfway point show the sun visible for almost 24 and a half hours across a total of 1,410 photos. Add to that the 3 shots that I took previously at the main camp, and that is some 28 hours between the first and last solar photos that I took in Antarctica.
Here we go. Pay close attention, as it's very convoluted. He forgot about the second folder. He gave Toon the images for the first folder. He cannot have used the sunspot photograph taken by McKee. The second folder. You follow?
I didn't get the.
Can you go back?
Yeah, I didn't read it all. So I won't.
Okay. Here we go. I didn't go back far enough, did I? Let's go back over. Here we go.
Okay.
Read paragraph 5 too at the end. Make sure you catch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
He don't have all the photos, so he can't claim that it's a full 24 hours worth of.
There wasn't a full 24 hours. I can bet on it.
Okay.
Nobody's in space, though, watch. But we're in space right now, if you want to take it. Those are all his files. They don't add up. Over 3 days, you know? They can compile enough photos from the same location and then add the clouds in with the filters, or with the what do they call it, chroma key. Why did they have the chroma key on? Question. It's a mismatch of photos taken on different days, compiled by Toon. It's the old push the cards.
How does he have shots of these folders?
Oh, he got them from McKeegan.
Okay.
Dead serious. Go to McKeegan's website. You can get them. Like an open book he is. He also says that the only way to get your position or mount anything is you take it to a 90-degree flat baseline. That's the only way you can measure anything in the world. It's pretty funny. Dave McKeegan, the guy that's debunking flat Earth, is a good flat Earth prover himself. He says a lot of things that prove flat Earth on a regular. Yeah. The sun went below the horizon and was left the nautical twilight. End of them. There he is. This is where you got all your info from. If you really want to go look for it, you'll find all this crap on there. I think it's almost over. Yep.
So, here in fact is the complete time lapse. The shots at halfway point show the sun visible for almost 24.5 hours across a total of 1,410 photos. Add to that the 3 shots that I took previously at the main camp, and that is some
Yeah, that's enough. So, what do you think? Do you like Flatiron, Fred? Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. I don't know anything about sunspots.
Well, it's not just the
But,
sunspots. It's the fact
I
of the
know.
matter is that he had enough photos from all those 3 days, right? There
Right,
wasn't.
right. He's missing a bunch of photo at the end. So whatever he released a 24-hour time lapse, but there wasn't a 24-hour worth of photos there. So some kind of editing had been taking place towards the end.
And I think it was done
Fill
intentionally.
it in.
Say hi to FE Fact Machine while you're here. That's Terrence.
FU Fact Machine.
Yeah, that's Terrence. But he gets flat facts in the chat all night long.
Yeah.
Did Scott take off? Jeez, it's late.
It dropped. I don't know.
It's 1:22 in the a.m. here.
Yeah.
It's probably like 3 or 4 o'clock on your side, isn't it?
It's 3:22 a.m.
Yeah, he's got to work tomorrow. I don't have to work tomorrow. I have one thing I got to do tomorrow, or 2 things I got to do tomorrow. And I got good news.
What's that?
They reopened my card case. The one I got ripped off for $500. Somebody hijacked my card and PIN number and went to Everett, Washington. Okay. Yeah. So the card company finally has broke down and reopened my case. They told me they investigated. They didn't find any fraud. And I'm like, you didn't? It's funny. So yeah, they're gonna.
A banking institution is supposed to be federally insured.
Yeah, this is just a payroll company, and they have their own policies they go by. Oh, Al Jorgen 67, Scott, huh? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so think that.
Yeah, so yeah, they don't want to
anybody handling your money, like if it's on a debit card or something, that it would have to be
payroll card they gave me. And what I was doing, I was transferring the money from that card to my bank account. And when I received it that night, that's when I got paid. Somebody went there at midnight and withdrew all the cash out of my bank or out of the payroll card. I got my whole paycheck. Bye-bye. So I've been short ever since.
Well, I'm glad that you can hopefully get that money back.
It's been 4 months. November 4th. Last year.
What about your vehicle? You get that thing fixed yet?
I haven't put it together yet. No, I haven't had. I have to have 2 people to do this thing. I got to get the timing set straight. And we've been working and watching the grandkids work and watching the grandkids around streaming. Or she's at work when I need Rhonda to help me set it. I just got to get her to turn the engine over until I get the timing set straight. So I can actually bolt in the synchronizer and then put the sensor on top of it. That's all I got to do. It's not that hard. But there's a lot of stuff I got to put back together, like the breather. I got to put that back on. I got to put the coil back on the top of that. And there's a bracket I got to put on the top of that before I put the coil on. And then there's 3 or 4 other things I got to hook back up, like a couple of spark plug wires. I got to reconnect them after I put the coil back on.
So. Mechanical stuff, it's never fun. It's always a pain. I understand, man.
Well, the Ford design there's like this because they have a different sensor now. They have just a magnetic sensor they put on it. It just reads the flywheel. It has a magnetic marker on it. With this one, it has a whole synchronization unit, like a small shaft that runs up. It's geared into the timing off the what's the flywheel.
You need a freaking mechanic to help you.
It's got to get it. I got to get it straight. This one cylinder 1 in the position, dead center. That's all I got to do. I just got to turn it over till it gets there. Then I can put the synchronizer in, bolt it down. There's one bolt on it. Then I got to there's 2 bolts on the actual sensor itself that reads the synchronizer. but they could have designed it. They changed the design. They just put a magnetic sensor that reads the crank itself. They, so I don't or the camshaft. Sorry.
Easier said than done. So
Yeah, but they changed the design. They really did. They because people were complaining about it because Ford wanted to engineer this thing this way. It's just an engineering flaw, I think. With the newer ones, they had it's just two bolts you take out. You set. It's got a mark on the cam that you put it on. You get it set on that. That's all you got to do. Two bolts, set it right at the mark. That's all you got to do. Yeah, that's funny. Billions of light years away. I don't know if there's any stars. I've heard trillions, and some of them are dead light, is what they claim, right? Is that what astronomy claims, Chris?
What?
Some of the stars are so far away that they're from dead stars that died trillions and billions of years ago, and the light's just now getting to us. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you're way out there where those stars are at, you could still see dinosaurs or something, or some weird thing like you're seeing dinosaurs.
Yeah, if you want to take that timeline thing, yeah. But I mean, the visible light we're seeing now is from a dead star, is what I'm saying. Like the star, supernova exploded or whatever, died out, or yeah. But we're still just now reaching us. You know, it happened at the Big Bang way back when. Yeah, sure it did. And my next stream, I'm going to actually cover the topic I want to cover. I want to go in. I'm putting together a whole thing on aviation, navigation, and nautical versus statute miles, and which one is more correct. You can actually determine. I think it's in the middle. I don't think anybody has an exact measurement when it comes to the celestial navigation or nautical navigation or for distances. It's hard to measure and back in all they're using is time. And there's so many different variables that apply in that, like your airspeed, their resistance, which is one of your favorite things. Everything's resisted, traveling through anything, it's got resistance. You got to factor that in.
Yeah, resistance, air pressure, the atmospheric pressure, man. You need that for propulsion.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, resistance is everything that's in the air. Like, anything, because that's what everything has in common is resistance. Your air, your gas molecules, all the humidity in the air, dust, pollen, whatever, organic material floating around.
Yeah. It all
as you get deeper in the earth,
right? Doesn't it? And when you
deeper,
creates friction.
What?
Resistance creates friction, correct?
Yeah.
It has to. And I think that's where we get a lot of our energy from, isn't it? I think everything in the known world
induction.
Is like
induction. Is the way I explain it. Induction
works for me. Well, you got anything else you got going on at all? You want to do any streams or anything?
Maybe I might just pop up and do a stream tomorrow. I don't know.
There you go. Yeah. I'll be around if you do. I mean, the only thing I'll be doing is putting together the crankshaft sensor. It'll be around 2:00 my time when I do that. Rhonda won't be working all day till 2, and then after that, she's going to give me an hour or so I can put that together.
Yeah, I might just pop on and just do another realm talk and just have it go with the flow and however it goes down instead of something like subject specific.
Yeah, actually, I should post the stream on TFP. I did a couple of them. I sent them like, "Hey, Duffy, come over and present your documentary on my channel. We want to look at it." And I never got a reply back, and it ends up getting deleted off of there anyways. He doesn't save it. But 69 equals 60. You know the argument, right?
No.
Okay. They say how they calculate the radius of the Earth is 69 nautical miles from Polaris out in a radius. And like sailors will tell you it's 60 nautical miles. That's what they measure it at. Yeah.
Okay, what? Okay, say that again. There's two different, like what you're wanting to cover is these two difference in nautical miles and
Yeah.
what?
I'll be right back. Hold on. I got to do something.
Okay. Rockefeller Indoctrination Centers schools. Yeah, we're all replicated. We all have a replicated education, indoctrination, institutionalization. We basically are artificial intelligence in a way, because everything we are taught is, I mean, we have artificial minds. We're not critical thinkers. We're indoctrinated. And it's to the point where, like, we put checks in place for each other. Like,
I'm back.
did you hear about the Diddy or whatever? Oh, you didn't? Then you're like you're weird. You're not up with everybody else what they all know from the news or whatever. Yeah, like baseline. You got a baseline test. Checks in place to check ourselves and make sure we're all replicated and have the same. Yeah. Anyway,
Who are you talking to, Chris? I'm sorry, I'm just messing with you.
just something. Something logical.
No, I got
Commented.
yeah.
Just
What do you say?
Indoctrination.
Oh, I was going to get back to the 60 nautical miles, like the radius from the North Pole, and how we actually did reckoning. They use 60 nautical miles to get like a circumference of the Earth, or you follow me? Not a ball, just a flat nautical mile across. 60 is the range they
I'm
use.
gonna learn about. Yeah, I don't really know much. Like when you talk about like the sextants and the theodolites, and then nautical miles versus whatever. What's the other miles?
Statute miles.
Statute.
Yeah, statute miles are Roman statute miles. They're
Yeah,
actually
it's something that I'll be learning when you cover it. Like I don't know much about that.
I covered that like a year and a half ago. I did a whole series on circumnavigation, basically. I'll do another one. Yeah.
If I ever go out to sea, I'm bringing you.
Okay.
You'll be able to navigate this.
Well, I need you need an almanac.
If our GPS goes out or whatever, we'll have you to make sure we.
Yeah. Well, I guess the old nautical almanacs and go out to sea. That's what they did with the Fantasy Island thing. A lot of his measurements distance wise were with old steamers on old nautical charts using the nautical almanacs, and the distances don't match the globe, especially past the equator. They get wider, get longer in the old almanacs and nautical almanacs. It's just. You can still use those almanacs to this day and get to where you need to go, but everybody's using GPS now, and everybody's using But they had what was the system they used before they used GPS? The LRAN system. It was set up on a buoy system. They transmitted a marker so you could find your latitude and longitude with it. Especially when you were out.
Charts and darts, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. It works.
Manual.
And that's how we did it. And before that, they just found stuff, and that's what what's his name, the captain that was going to go out. He's going to go. He's got a crew, and a ship and a couple of ships. They want to go explore out past the 60th parallel, and they want to go inland too in the north, and they want to explore beyond.
Well, if you cruise around the 60th parallel, if you can circumnavigate around there and get the actual mileage, nautical miles or whatever, that'll debunk the globe, because
somebody's already done that.
Yeah. Well, then there you go. It's debunked. However, how many miles around is the 60th latitude south?
Well, we got to look that up.
The globe is because on the globe they converge down to the South Pole.
Yeah,
so
narrow.
that circle, it's a smaller circle than on the flat plane because they diverge, and the latitude ring is way bigger. It's going to be like 60,000 miles around like the ice wall versus the globe. It's going to be, I don't know what they claim that is. How many miles is it around that latitude?
Good question.
60th latitude, whatever.
I look flat Earth and flat
It's
water.
much less miles, right? Like extremely a lot less.
Yeah. Well, he's putting it. Flat Earth, Flat Water did a documentary on it with James Ross Clark's expeditions to looking for the South Pole, and he couldn't find the magnetic South Pole when he went looking for it.
Well, you can navigate us because you're good with the.
Well, I got to get out to sea.
Sextant
Give me a boat. Give me a sextant.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go to town.
I'll be the deckhand or whatever. I'll swab the decks.
All right, Vlad would go with us. He's got ship experience. He volunteered to go with this guy on his trip too. I'm trying to remember his name. I subbed to it somewhere. He's actually he's trying to get funds to do this. He wants to go sail the oceans.
Yeah, man. All we got to do is just go in a circle out there down at the farthest latitude south we can go that they'll legally allow us, where we won't have any impeded land continents in our way or whatever.
You got to be disguised as a commercial vessel or something, You got to get your chart set and everything before you take off. There's so many things you got to go through, and they give you authorization where you're going, where you're going to port, and all that shit. Yeah, and so they set their horizons at the port. You know that, right?
No, I don't know anything about I don't know navigation like that.
Yeah, well, they set the horizon, what they take their dip angle from, at the port they leave from. They use that same marker the whole time they're sailing, so it's that same horizon, the same flat horizon.
David said he has experience boating and he can cook.
Oh, there you go, David. Well, I can cook too, dude. I've been cooking for 30 years.
We got another crew member to do this, man.
Yeah. Well, if everybody's efficient in all of these things, everybody can man all stations,
Yeah. Yeah. We could prove it just with that. You don't have to go down to this South Pole and wait on the sun on the, look for that thing. You just sail around the around the whatever
but I've seen people
south
get
latitude.
Back, I have. David's laughing. All right. I'm gonna get off here.
All right, man.
Yeah, I will put together a new stream for next week, and then I'll tackle aviation for one and the nautical mile too. Compare the two. There's a difference between airspeed, land speed, and water speed. There's a lot of to get the idea of how they track the miles. That's going to be the fun part of it. It's not easy. There's nothing.
All right.
Easy.
Well, I'll be learning something.
We went over on FAD. We went over this stuff a while back too. The thing is, that nobody can afford to take trips like this and navigate. You get the money to do it, do you? I wish I did.
Yeah. David's not messing with the sextant. He's like, I'm not messing with the sextant after last.
It's a spooky thing, man. It really kind of is. It's lining up your horizon with your horizon mirror. You got to rock the sextant to get to the horizon. It's a strange process. The world isn't normal, or what you would think it would be. The Earth isn't
perfecting that, so our navigation is going to rely on you. So,
but I mean, if you're navigating at sea, it's really good to know what you're doing, man, because you could die easy, get lost. So many things.
Yeah, man, it's dangerous.
Yeah, that's why you need a good compass. You need good equipment. That's how it was done to start with. No, good night, everybody.
All right, see ya.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
This serves as our protection.
Well, the poll didn't come out like I thought it would, but it was pretty close, 58 to 48. 52% said no, and 48% said yes. We'll see. Only time will tell. Hey, night, guys.